Hi, I'm signing a little Kuchenhof mug for someone who bought it. Instantly, the minute the video went up, they were so excited to see it. They must have needed it. So it needs them. But I had to stop signing in the middle of the signature. As you can see, you can't see. You can see little bits of light where I'm scratching it. You see? With this tool that cuts into the glaze. And then I rub an indelible black, you know, like a Sharpie type black, into it, and then rub it off on the outside. But I got distracted because the light of the camera got in the way. So I had to stop because I couldn't see where I had ended, you see, to pick up again. So it's very important when you're signing that you have good light. So now I have to ink that part and hope that I can catch up where I was. So here's what we do. Just grab a rag, any rag. I can't remember which one's for what, so. See the black on here? That's where I've used it before. Okay, so I scribble over where I've just signed. I can at least see the general idea, but I don't know where I am now. I'm kind of lost there. Okay, so then this is the part where you can find out from my DNA that I signed it and licked it. You see? So there's Victoria, and I was able to get the dots above the I's and the T. The ampersand's a little too close. I would have wished I did that farther away. But now I have to get a dot above that I for Richard, R-I-C. See, there's the end of the H. That's where I got lost. Okay, so I'm going to try to start in again. So I said I'd get a dot above the I. And then I'm going to make the H a little clearer. Maybe I'll be okay. You just got to know what to do. Because I'm losing space every time I have to look up. Okay. Now, some more. And this will never wash out. It will always be on there. So it's a great way to stain there. What happens is it grabs onto the raw clay underneath the first layer of glaze. And then it just doesn't ever let loose. It soaks in, if you will, in a way. I don't know if you call it soaking in, but it grabs on there. Okay, so now, if I'd been able to have more, you know, see what was going on, I could have made this stretch all the way around and meet up here again, but I couldn't see, so it's a little closer together than it needs to be, because I didn't want to risk it not being able to get on there at all. Okay. See there now? There's this H that we had trouble with before. Continued right on. Sometimes you have to put a little bit more ink, but so far this is looking quite good. The M looks like it could use a little extra ink up here, do you see? Because it's probably an arc and didn't go as deep as I would want it to. So let's see what we have here. it shows up better, see? So Victoria, see, these are too close. So that's why I wish I'd spread them out more. But Victoria and Richard MacKenzie-Childs. It's difficult to put the date because it doesn't mean anything except that it's when it changed hands from my hands to yours. And that's a very important date, but it's not like when the mug was made, or it doesn't mean anything to most people. But I thought to have some date on there is helpful throughout the longer of history. You see, like when a little corner grocery store opens, they put, Ralph's Corner Grocery Store, 1935. Well, at the time it probably seemed kind of silly, but now it's kind of fun to think of Ralph's Corner Grocery Store in 1935. And maybe that's when it changed over from his papa, what was his papa's name? I don't know, like George, to Ralph or something, but it doesn't mean anything to most. But it's a nice landmark to show that at some point in history, this will be a very valuable letter date to see in its own right. Okay, I just thought it'd be fun to share with you how we sign these things. And now I'm going to do a bunch of other things that need to be signed. Good day.